and above the threshold it's really high. Okay, so now we can go back to thinking. Okay, thank you. So the idea is doing self-assembly. Self-assembly, let's go to the stuff. So now it's not biology, but it's DNA. So it's not listening. Anyway, so well, the idea is the following: is trying. The issue is the following: is that when you want to do nano objects, okay, there was one solution which was just to put the molecules one by one with a tunnel microscope. Okay, and it takes hours. It's really slow, and it doesn't go to the scale. Okay, so what we do in computer science is that we don't program this way. Okay, we don't do things like that. We write a program, and the program executes itself, and then it's done. Okay, so the idea that Winfree had was to build nano objects with a program in some way. That means program the pieces of the objects so that when they are put in a becher, they will assemble themselves in the shape we want. Okay. So what was this idea? Was to use DNA molecules. Why DNA molecules? Is because it's really easy to duplicate these molecules. Because you can start from you can easily obtain a small brain, but a small how is it called? Strand? I can't remember. A small chain of DNA. Okay, you can build whatever chain you want, and then if you want to replicate it, you just have a standard procedure. You put it in a machine, and it does polymerase chain reaction that just multiply exponentially this molecule. So basically, once you have one molecule, you can multiply it by as much as you want. Okay, it's really easy. So his idea was to build a small number of tiles that are obtained by DNA, with DNA. Okay, so you have a DNA, and it will just fold itself in a small tile. Okay, so the tile will look like something like that. Okay, so you have a branch of DNA, a branch of DNA, a branch of DNA, a branch of DNA. So it looks like a square, more or less. Okay, and what's going on is that he put here some kind of special features here, and these features, they will match or not. And if they match, they will glue with each other more or less. Okay, the attraction will be more or less important. And what he does is that, for instance, he has built some kind of tiles here, where basically you have 0, 0 here, 0, 1 here, which are the special glue that I've drawn there. Okay, and the 0 will tend to match with the 0, and the 1 will tend to match with the 1s. Okay, and because of the type of tiles you put in here, then they self-assemble in the solution, and he obtains this type of patterns. Okay, which is a Sierpinski fractal that you can observe here. So the pictures are pretty bad, but this does not mean that it didn't work. This is probably due to the microscope, because the microscope that reads the objects destroy it at the same time. So the process of slicing things and putting them in the microscope destroys the objects. So the pictures actually should look better in nature. Okay, but that's what they claim. So this is one possibility, doing tiles and letting them gluing with each other. And another possibility is folding DNA. So you take a virus, okay, which is a long string, which is imposed to you by nature, okay, but which is nice, it's fairly long. And the idea is that you put this string in a computer, okay, and you have a complicated program that will compute staples, which are kind of small DNA molecules that will staple the virus, and force is folding in a given shape. Okay, so basically here you have a virus, okay, that you can replicate as much as you want. You have this table that you can replicate as much as you want. So here is the here are the staples, and then you put everything in a bed chair. Okay, you put it at high temperature and you let it cool to room temperature in 12 hours, and then you get these beautiful little things. Okay, so that's kind of a nice thing. The problem with me for that is that if you want to change the size of the objects, then you have to recompute everything. Whereas in the other, the algorithmic nature of the tiles lets you build objects of arbitrary size. Okay, so this is some kind of problem from my point of view. That means that it's really dependent of everything. But anyway, it does the job. So how does this work? So, for instance, for replication, you have this machine. Okay, you put your molecules in that, and it just replicates while you take coffee. And once you're done with your tiles, okay, you put everything in a bed chair at 90 degrees, and then you let it cool down, and you get your objects. Okay, so. It's a very slow process. I think it's something like 3 months experiment to obtain the tiles in total, to obtain the shape. So it's not that easy. So what's the model behind that? So which is nice is that it's a special case where an algorithm they really started from a computational point of view and implemented in nature. Okay. So what's the model? The model is the following. You have a finite set of tiles with glues that have strengths on the side. Okay? Only matching glues will glue together and with some strength. Okay? So here, for instance, you have blue glue with strength 1. Here you have red glue with strength 2. Or orange, what you want. Okay? So a special tiles is the seed. Okay? That's the one from which everything will start. Okay? And you have a temperature, which will be 2 here. And this means that if the new pieces is not attached to the rest by a strength of at least 2, it will end up going away. Okay? So what do I mean by a strength of at least 2? It has to be either glued by a glue of strength 2 or 2 glue of strength 1. Okay? If it's not, then it will move away. Okay? Just by thermal chaotic movement. So here is the seed. So here we have the seed. Okay, it has one strength 2 here, and no, it's not the seed. This one. Okay, we have one blue of strength 1 and 2 of strength 0. That means that nobody will attach there. Okay, so for instance, here we have the seed. So if one green tiles arrive here, it will not attach because it's not the colors are not matching. Okay. Here the blue won't attach because it has only strength 1, and so it will go away after a while because the temperature is 2. And if this one arrive, it will attach because it has strength 2 and matching colors. Then this one could attach. Okay. And then this one now can attach because it has two blue glue of strength 1. Okay. So algorithmic self-assembly was initiated by Winfrey in his thesis in 1998 and realized for real in 2001 by Rothmund of his team. And the result is that you can assemble whatever shape you want, as long as you're ready to have as many tiles as the Kolmogorov complexity over log the Kolmogorov complexity that we've seen yesterday, okay, of the shape. Okay, you can do that.